Hello students, good evening. I hope you are all studying well and you have regularly started making your current affairs notes. Now we know our weekly current affairs sessions are actually more like a roundup for whatever has happened in this week. So to start with this, let's get into it. Let's try to see what is why are we discussing these things and what is the highlight for this week. So let's begin with it. Now we come to the first news, that is the Travel and Tourism Development Index. Now understanding this, of course this index is prepared. Now before I tell you about the index in general, let's try to first understand it has been prepared by who. So it is the University of Surrey. If you see, this is a biennial index that is analyzed to travel and tourism purposes, which is of almost 119 countries. So the assessing is done and it is on the range of factors and policies. Understanding the same, if we see, India's rank has become a little better. It has risen to 39th place, of course, as the tourism returns to the pre-pandemic levels. Understanding the same, the rank is the highest in the South Asian region and among the lower middle income economies. Similarly, US has topped this list. US still ranks number 1. In the year 2021, our rank was on the 54th position. Now if you see, India's strong natural, that is the 6th rank, cultural 9th rank and non-leisure resources are the key drivers for this travel. Similarly, making it one of the only 3 countries to score in the top 10 for all of these resource pillars. So it becomes important for you to understand this index. Coming to the next news that we are discussing today, that is PM WANI. What is this? Basically, it clearly means the Prime Minister Wi-Fi Access Network Interface. This scheme is a government initiative which is aiming to provide public internet access across India. Now the objectives here are what? There should be broadband for all. Similarly, the enhancement of digital communication sectors, which is a contribution to almost 8% of India's GDP. Moving ahead, if you see, it is to promote India to the top 50 nations in the ICT Development Index of ITU and the enhancement of India's contribution to the global value chains. So to have our global standing, to know our value at the global level, that is why we are planning to do these. That is why we have introduced this scheme and to have a visibility. Now if you see the features of this scheme, it is to provide the universal broadband connectivity which will be up to 50 Mbps for every citizen. Similarly, providing training to 1 million manpowers to building a new age skill expand of the internet things. It will be an ecosystem that is for around 5 million connected devices. Likewise, facilitate India's effective participation in the global digital economy. The world has come to this digital era, so it becomes important for us to be available, visible and completely in its good position with this digital economy. Now understanding the same, we also need to understand the strategies of it. So the strategy will be what? To build a national digital grid. Similarly, establish common service ducts and utility corridors in the new city and highway road projects. Likewise, create a collaborative institutional mechanism for common rights of way. Facilitate the development of open access next generation networks. So try to study about such schemes and the new schemes that have been introduced in the recent past. Try to cover your study pattern or probably add this in your schedule as well. Moving ahead, the next news that we are discussing is with regards to the International Booker Prize. Now what is this? Basically, who has won this prize for the year 2024? Basically, Jenny Kairos wins this International Booker Prize of 2024. It is an international literary award that is hosted by UK or the United Kingdom. This award is given for the best work of fiction translated into English and published in the UK or in Ireland. Similarly, if you see, this has been given by the Booker Prize Foundation and it is given every year, so it is like an yearly award. It was first inaugurated in the year 2005 as an extension to the Man Booker Prize of Fiction to a single work of fiction or collection of short stories translated into English and published in UK or Ireland. Similarly, the cash prize for this is £50,000 for the winning title, which is shared equally between the author and the translator. So try to study about these prizes as well, because we know for a fact that a lot of times these things are asked. Moving ahead, if you see, we have Cyclone Remal. Now quickly drop in the comments section. Recently, in the recent past in India, there have been a lot of cyclones that have come into picture. So which one am I talking about apart from Cyclone Remal? Okay, now moving ahead, if you see, there is a low pressure area that has been formed in the Bay of Bengal and that prompts concern about the potential development of Cyclone Remal. Another question that I have for you all is, who gives these names? This name Remal has come from which country, and similarly, which organization actually gives these names? We have heard about Nisarg, we have are now listening or studying about Remal. Apart from this, there was some other cyclone as well. So I am waiting for that answer, and I want you to also tell me about who gives the name and what is this organization. Which country has given the name Remal? Moving ahead, the low pressure area that was formed in the Bay of Bengal was somewhere around May 22nd of 2024. This storm is expected to move towards the northeastwards and concentrate into a depression over the central parts of Bay of Bengal. Now if you see, that is IMD or India's Meteorological Department issued a Cyclone Remal alert in the regions of Odisha, Gujarat, Maharashtra and West Bengal. So it is actually like this. Now understanding the same, if you see, it is important for us to also understand about the India's Meteorological Department. This department, it is a part of Ministry of Earth Sciences. It is responsible for meteorological observations and weather forecastings and seismology. Similarly, the headquarters are in Delhi. Operates observation stations across India and Antarctica. Similarly, the regional offices for this is in Chennai, Mumbai, Kolkata, Nagpur, Guwahati and New Delhi. Likewise, if you see, one of 6 regional specialized meteorological centers of the World Meteorological Organization. Now, when we try to understand about cyclones, what is a cyclone? Basically, it is a powerful and destructive weather phenomena that is caused by the atmospheric disturbances around the low pressure areas. Okay, now to move ahead, if you see, how are these tropical cyclones formed? If you look at this image very carefully, we are seeing high humidity and ocean temperatures of over 26 degrees are major contributors. So we know for a fact for the last many days, the temperature is about 26 degrees, rather it is about 30 degrees. Now if you see, water evaporates from this side. In the middle image, if you are seeing a column of low pressure develops at the center. Similarly, winds form around that column. And if you see, the pressure in the central column, that is the eye of it, weakens. The speed of the wind around all of that increases, and it increases severely. So if you see, the category 1 will be minimal damage. Category 2 will be moderate damage, where you see the winds is somewhere around 154 to 177 kilometers per hour. If you see category 3rd, that is extensive damage that exceeds the 178 kilometers per hour. Then you see an extreme damage where the winds are beyond 209 kilometers per hour. And then you have the catastrophic conditions where the winds are beyond 252 kilometers per hour. So that is where you will see what will be the conditions or the level of damages. Moving ahead, it is again another image where you will try to understand the situation across the globe. So if you see in the Northern American region, there are hurricanes somewhere in the month of May to November. Similarly, hurricanes moving towards the South Africa's upper region, and then you will see tropical cyclones towards the African and South American regions. So South America's upward region may we see hurricanes in the month of from June to November, and Africa and between Africa and South America in the map you can see tropical cyclones, which is rare in the South Atlantic region. Then if you see tropical cyclones in India, is if you see in the map also near the India's region, you will see between April to December, and in the Indian Ocean region you are seeing tropical cyclones somewhere in the period of October to May. Similarly, towards Australia, if you see or near the Pacific Ocean, you will see tropical cyclones in the lower region, where you see it in the period of October to May, and typhoons in the period of April to Jan. Now quickly drop in the comment section and let me know what are typhoons. Okay, now going ahead, the fifth news. Spain becomes 99th member of International Solar Alliance. Basically, Spain has joined this International Solar Alliance ISA as its 99th member. The instrument of ratification has handed over by Spain's ambassador to India, and this was by the Joint Secretary of Ministry of External Affairs MEA during a meeting which took place in the New Delhi. This ISA launched by India and France during the COP21 meetings in Paris, which aims to the implementation or implements the Paris Climate Agreement through extensive deployment of solar energy. Similarly, it serves as a collaborative platform for members countries to increase the use of solar energy. That technologies enhance energy access, ensure energy security, and drive the global energy transitions. Likewise, as of now, if you see, there are only 116 countries that are signatories to this framework, although there have been only 94 such countries who have completed the ratification process. Now, what is the difference between the signatory and a ratification? Quickly drop in the comment section. I want to know what do you know about this. Now, moving ahead, coming to the last news for today, that will be the BRICS game. Why is it that we are discussing about the BRICS game? Now try to understand this from a very global agenda or from a very international perspective. If you see, basically Russia has been banned from Olympics, and BRICS game is another international move that you are seeing from Russia's end. We are definitely going to discuss the things on this slide as well, but try to understand this from a global perspective. And we know for a fact that there are times where in CLAT we have had questions that come on the basis of sports as well. So you may find some passages. So why not study about it? So from June 11th to 24th in Kazan, that was a part of Russia itself, will host the BRICS Games, an international multi-sport event that will bring together about 5,000 athletes from the countries of association and invited states. Similarly, in the year of Russia's chairmanship in BRICS, a large scale competitions will be held in an open format. The awards will be given not only to the athletes from the BRICS member states, but also, so it will be given to everyone. Similarly, in the basically in the year 2023, the participants of the game in South Africa's Durban competed with only 6 disciplines. But this year, what we are seeing, that is 2024, there will be 29 disciplines that have been added. So that is one of the other moves that you are seeing, that there is an addition in games as well. So it is Russia's chairmanship and Russia getting banned from Olympics because of the war. So you can see that there is a development, and this development can become the new age some development. So try to study about this as well. We know for a fact that our exam is a lot issue based. Coming to the last part of it, the government has already prepared a draft decree of payments to the Russian winners and medalists of this BRICS Games. According to the document, gold medal winners will receive somewhere around 3,58,400 rubles, that is somewhere around 3028 US dollars each. Likewise, silver medalist will get up to 1964, that is 1964 US dollars, and the bronze medalist will pay somewhere around US dollars of 1178. So try to study about these things. And coming to the last part of the section, if you have any questions, drop it in the comment section and I would be happy to help you all. Why don't you like, share and subscribe to the channel, and I'm sure I'll see you all next Saturday for such amazing session. Till then, make sure that you're writing your notes, covering up a lot of news that has come into, that is going to come in the next week as well. Take care, all the best, and see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.